to our third speaker, and she's Cheryl. Cheryl came from Sabah, but now lives in UK, and she she was from the financial services when she was in KL, and she was a banker. And when she moved to UK, she is doing her own business. She does trading, and when she came to our Borneo forum the second, and she was able to talk about what she's doing currently doing for in UK and also for Borneo. And therefore I feel that this is also one of the study case that Borneo forum would like to feature study cases like this. And yeah, because this is the month for women, and she is now privileged to be one of our speaker uh, to share her knowledge, to share her experience, how Borneo abroad still can do something uh, to Sabah or to Borneo as a whole in bringing in development, and not only to her side in UK, but also to the people in Borneo. So therefore, we bring you Cheryl all the way from UK. Please, Cheryl, you're welcome very much. And yeah, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Eve. Hello, everyone. Selamat pagi semua. I'm now in UK. Dia punya masa pun 7:45. So my presentation will be a mixture of English and Malay, just to give the audience a bit of dual language. But at the same time, I've done a little bit of homework last night to do some PowerPoint presentations, if you don't mind. Let me share my screen first.
All right. Yeah. Ken, do you mind to help out the screen for Cheryl?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll make your co-host, Cheryl.
Thanks, Ken.
Okay, you are co-host now, so you can share.
Thank you. Just one moment, yeah. Just bear with me for a bit.
No worries.
Okay.
I can't seem to find my file. Okay. Okay, so a little introduction about my my company. I've just started in 6 months of my company, so it's basically doing international trade. Okay, so by the way, before that, my name is Cheryl, asal dari Keningau, orang Murut dari Borneo. Very proud to mention this to everyone here. So I've been in the UK for about less than 6 months, and during the pandemic, we were supposed to move to UK somewhere around March or April, but unfortunately, with the pandemic, the very strict lockdown in Malaysia has put a halt to our move to the UK. So in between the time when I was thinking about the move to the UK, I was thinking, would I be going back to employment, or would I like to generate income by opening up a business? So I was between two crossroads. Sama ada saya mau, work full time, or open up a business. And during the time from April to August last year, I I thought, why don't I try opening up a business? But what business? So it drove me back to what can I represent as a Borneo woman and bring this Borneo platform to the UK. So it wasn't on a national level, it was more on an international level. So a little introduction about my company at the moment. I opened Makan Bites Limited, which was somewhere in November last year. And what I do is international trade, import and export. I don't have a big volume, but to create the awareness about what I am bringing from Borneo itself gives a little bit of awareness of what my company is and what I'm trying to represent to the international platform. Is everything okay? Can I proceed?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
please.
Some of the items that I represent at the moment is Mazna Premium. So for everyone, for the benefit of everyone here, if you just Google Mazna Premium, you will immediately prompt some of these images here. So at the moment, this is the product I'm representing in the UK, a lot of authentic Malaysian taste. And
sorry, Cheryl. We can't really see your slide. It's still in your file. Do you mind to click on that first?
Sorry.
You click on your file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. One moment. You cannot see, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry about that. Let me check. I'll come back to you.
Sure, sure.
While we wait for Cheryl, okay, good. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Now can, yeah. All right, Cheryl.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. Yeah.
So some of the products that I'm presenting is the Mazna Premium. I'm sure you have your handphones with you. So if you just Google Mazda Premium, it will come up with a lot of authentic Malaysian taste. So this is what I'm representing at the moment. Some of the other products that I am also representing. Can everybody see?
Yeah, yeah.
So the other brand that I'm also representing is called S2, where I am importing 100% Gula Melaka. It is one of the products that my company has researched on. So during the months that I was thinking about what I was going to do at that time of last year, I did a lot of research and a lot of soul searching about what can I bring to the United Kingdom and put my presence there. We also have Mazna and also 100% pure Gula Melaka, because I found out from the research that I have done, Gula Melaka is normally from Thailand. It's normally from Thailand, and if it comes from Malaysia, it is 80% pure. It is not 100% pure. So this is what a lot of the locals here in UK, when I say locals, I consider a lot of the Asians here who have already been living in the UK. A lot of them are unable to get these kind of products, these authentic products to the UK. And the beauty about this is that we were able to find a company to manufacture gula melaka, and its origin is from Sarawak, Borneo. So if you look at the product description here, this is just a brief idea. The sole ingredient for this item, for gula melaka, is the coconut itself, and the manufacturer and the origin, as you can see. When we present this documentation to customs and all that, it is actually from Sarawak, Borneo. So these are some of the ideas that when I represent Makan Rights Limited, I always say that these products are coming from Malaysia, these products are coming from Borneo. Yeah. On top of that, we are also bringing in dehydrated Asian herbs, also by the same company as too. The benefits of dehydration. Many of the locals here, we as Malaysians, or we as we do take for granted items that are very easy and accessible in Malaysia, such as pandan leaves, such as bunga kantan, or such as blue butterfly pea. So I came up with the idea that instead of bringing these items fresh, where the shelf life is very short, you know that pandans don't last very long, maybe a week maximum. So a lot of the locals here in the UK, when they get the items, they freeze it. But with technology and with a lot of discussions with suppliers in Malaysia or in Borneo, we were able to look into the dehydration process, because the dehydration process is seasonal all through the year, because sometimes bunga kantan, for instance, for example, bunga kantan is only available during seasonal months. Let's say from the month of May to the month of August. So that's the time frame is only during those months. And if it's off season, the prices will go up. So the idea that I spoke to the supplier, who is also from Borneo, this particular supplier, why not we dehydrate these Asian herbs, because the shelf life will be a lot longer. It will be about a year, and you don't have to freeze it. And the ratio for dehydration ingredients is 10:1, which means that, for example, if you have 100 kg of pandan leaves, once you dehydrate it, it becomes 10 kg. So if you look at your kitchen cupboard or your kitchen pantry, let's say you have, for instance, another example is turmeric. So the turmeric is a plant base, which is a root plant. But once you dehydrate it, it comes into a powder form. So the same concept applies to pandan powder, dehydrated bunga kantan, and also blue butterfly pea. So this is what I'm representing at the moment. And on top of the dehydration process, it helps to maintain all the nutrients. It doesn't take away any of the nutrients. It is still 100% plant-based. And on top of that, it is portable. So I have a few suppliers from Borneo that are helping me create this and then bringing it to the UK. Yeah. And the other company that I am representing here in the UK is My Blue Tea, which is already ongoing. We are selling it to retail customers. They manufacture this in Sarawak. I think it's Daku in Sarawak. So they specialize in dehydrated ginger torch, butterfly pea, and pandan leaf powder. And it is fast moving. It is very fast moving. What My Blue Tea is, it is actually an Australian-based company, but it is owned by Malaysians. So the partners are all Malaysians. The manufacturing company is in Sarawak. And what they do is they help a lot of Borneo women. They create a lot of jobs to do this. They have created a lot of jobs. So they go through corporate social responsibility, and they go through different channels to get all of these women from the rural area to create this. The dehydrated torch ginger, Some are being made by machine, but some is also by hand. Yeah, so these are the women from Borneo creating this, and because of technology, it has helped us a lot to create the packaging and also represent this. This will not sell in Borneo, I can tell you, but it will sell in the international platform. It will sell. Okay. So another item here is noodles that we Asians always crave for. You can eat it during breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, yeah, anything goes for this one. And some of the I am also the sole distributor in the United Kingdom for these particular products. Masna, Kihyong, S2. S2 is from Borneo with the dehydration herbs. So these are some of the brands that I am representing in the UK. Okay, so some may be wondering about the UK market and the opportunity. There's a big market of Asians. A lot of the Asians here are living in London, and the population is about 1 million. And as you can see, I've done a lot of research on the ethnic or nationalities in the UK. A lot of Filipinos, Malaysians, about 62 Malaysians, 40,000 Singaporeans, and there will be a big community of Hong Kongs coming in as well. The other part of our international trade is the free trade agreement, which is also including Malaysia and UK. But we have not come to an agreement yet. I'm still waiting for what is the outcome of this. They are looking at maybe spring or even summertime. So this will help small companies like mine, where they will eliminate a lot of the import tax or low tariff, or even reduce some of the tax of import and export. So coming back to the next slide, which is some of the tips and experience. I'm still looking for a lot of opportunity. I've been talking to a lot of Borneo companies. Last week, I was having a meeting with AgriData, which was also introduced by Borneo Forum. So Borneo Forum was actually the middleman who introduced AgriData. I had a meeting with them last week. I told them and gave them the ideas, because they were working with a lot of farmers. They work with a lot of farmers, and they do a lot of analysis. So a little bit of modern agriculture with a modern twist to it. And I'm not sure about the outcome of it, because they haven't gotten back to me, but I have come back to them with a proposal with a proposal via email. And I'm always looking for opportunity. So if there is any suppliers or manufacturing companies from Borneo, because I've said this before and I'll say this again, the word Borneo itself gives a long mileage. So if you're looking at going international, you don't use Sabah, you don't use Sarawak, you don't use Kalimantan, you don't use Borneo, you don't use Brunei, sorry. You use the word Borneo, because you are touch base with Asians, you are touching base with the locals here in the UK as well. So I'm very happy, very proud to represent my Borneo heritage and where I come from. Every time I tell them I am from Sabah, I am Murut, and everybody's like, what? And I give them a little bit of background about what my culture is all about. Some tips and experience coming back to this international trade. I have met a lot of suppliers that have potential in their product, but they don't fully meet the UK food requirements, or they're not fully certified for export purposes. That is one of my challenges. Sometimes they say, oh, I want to do egg noodles. the idea of egg noodles is great, but they need to do a lot more research. And for UK food requirements, egg or dairy product is not allowed in the UK from Malaysia, unfortunately. So it comes back to the drawing board, and then they have to think about what other things that they can produce or come up with. So that is my challenge as a small startup, because a lot of them have a lot of ideas, but when I come back to them, they said this will not. Then I have to find another supplier, and another supplier, and another supplier. So this is why the process for international trade is longer than normal. So with COVID, with the pandemic, with Brexit, the congestion at the ports, it does not help things to move faster. It's very, very slow. But I'm very grateful that I'm able to represent some items, some products that come from Borneo itself, such as the dehydrated ginger torch. And in fact, my company has done also research that the soil in Kalimantan itself is very good for premium ginger torch flower. It will come out very pink, very bright pink. But the soil sometimes in West Malaysia may not be so suitable. It will become light pink. So for bright pink, that would be a very good option. So I'm still looking for Indonesian farmers for this ginger torch, because it is a very good demand. Why I say this is because a lot of the importers here, I don't want to say old school, but they're old school, that they bring these in chillers, so it's fresh. But once it thaws, once it melts, it goes soggy. And the main ingredient for asam laksa or even kari laksa is the ginger torch itself. So I'm going in very deep information here. So when that happens, it takes away all of the flavors when it goes all soggy, the ginger torch. So when I think very deep, how can we create something that we can even tanam di belakang kebun, di belakang rumah, but create something else, the same item but in a different form. So coming back, I have been offered so many times from a lot of importers, we can supply fresh, but I said no, you have to put it in a different form. One, shelf life has to be longer, because it's the journey from Malaysia or Borneo is longer compared to and another thing that comes in mind is that there are no shortcuts in international trade. So I know that a lot of potential suppliers said, boleh banikan. No, it is very yes and no. UK and Japan are the two countries that are very difficult, or no, I wouldn't say difficult. It is very challenging to bring the items in. It is a yes or no. If you do not fill the requirements, then it's a no. There is no maybe, no. So this is the part where I have to think how to make it more enjoyable, because it is very challenging in international trade. But I'm also getting there. Another thing that I always like to tell the suppliers is make it authentic. Like I said earlier on, Mazna is a very Malay authentic paste. But the beauty about Mazna, it is made of dry paste. It is powder. So if you go to the supermarkets, you will see a lot of the wet paste. But the beauty about Mazna, it is dry, and the shelf life is longer. And number two is it is vegan. It is suitable for vegetarians. So the market is a lot bigger, because it can be consumed by who are not vegan and also vegan. So the market is a lot bigger. And on top of that, it is gluten-free. So a lot of, I don't know, I don't want to say orang putih lah, but a lot of the locals here, they are allergic to a lot of things. So there are things that if you take the opportunity to really do research, the product can really go into the market if you really do proper research. So Mazna is also authentic, but with a modern twist. The dehydration ingredients or the Asian herbs, they are authentic because you have to put the ingredients into your asam laksa, you have to put your ingredients into your baking, but with the dehydration process. And the third tips, and based on experience, is I do not limit yourself with one supplier. So that's why I am always continuing to have meetings with suppliers, potential exporters. Now with COVID, now with Brexit, most of the items that I import for Mazna paste, this one is ongoing, is from Netherlands. Although it is Malaysian, but the warehouse is located in Netherlands. For half a pallet will take about 2 months because of Brexit. And so where I'm located in East Midlands. The journey from here to Netherlands is only 1 hour flight. It's like KL Penang. So which means Sabah to KL is a lot longer. It's only a 1 hour flight because Sabah to KL is about 2.5. Yeah, because of this, the items come 2 months later. So this is another hiccup because of Brexit. But congestion as well. Congestion, as you know, that there is a big container in the canal which is stuck because it was blown by the wind. This was recent news yesterday. It has cost 9.6 billion. So when a ship is stuck, it will delay the other ships and it will create congestion. But because of Brexit as well, a lot of the companies are not able to meet the proper documentation, also will create delay, also will create congestion at the ports and custom clearance and all that. So although it is challenging, it is now a good time to plan things. Because of the congestion, which I'd like to highlight, it has created 80% increase in logistic shipping. It has increased by 80%, making prices for wholesalers, for distributors in the UK, it has forced them to increase their prices for 2 to 3 times. So on average, the prices for Asian products itself in general are at a premium. So for instance, now, if you buy Gula Melaka now in the UK, it would be 2 to 3 pounds. But with the logistics, it has increased to 5 pounds. But nevertheless, now is a good time to plan because we are looking at summertime to start exporting consistently, or even after summer. Worst case scenario would be end of this year. So that is my presentation for today. I hope. So if anybody would like to connect with me, I'm on LinkedIn, so you can look for me on LinkedIn. This is my link, and you can also look for me, or you can scan the QR code in the event that you want to connect. Thank you, Eve. I think that's all for my presentation today.
Thank you, Cheryl. So yeah, as what you can hear just now, this is the real study case, one of it, that how Borneo abroad still can play their role in doing the development to our own people, to our products in Borneo by doing the international trade. So this hopefully to inspire more women, especially who is in business at the moment, to perhaps if they are interested in international trade, so this could inspire them. So yeah, so the real study case that we have presented here in Borneo Forum for Women. Now let's open the floor to the audience who wants to ask anything pertaining to what Cheryl has mentioned just now. So anyone, and I think Ati from US, if I'm not mistaken, you are doing similar thing. Anyone who also women in trade, let's utilize this platform for you to be featured here. Okay, so while we are waiting some response from the audience, I think from the first speaker to the second speaker, now came to the third speaker, we can see the sequence of idea flowing where we would like to feature the real scenario. We would like to feature the real women of substance in Borneo. Either they are in Borneo or they are abroad. They are doing something, and this is the platform where we feature them, where we would like to bring them together collectively to say that we are actively playing our role in development in Borneo. So any takers for this slot? If not, we can move on. Yeah. All right.
If
Yes.
this is Richard.
Yes, Richard.
Yeah, for Cheryl, I'm so inspired. It's like in the old days where they have the spice trade, and she's bringing the spice from Borneo, which is the Borneo's product, to the global market. And this is just incredible. When she dehydrate the herbs into spices, this is something that I normally see it in the kitchen, but now she's actually empowering the farmers back home and bringing it into the global market. And I think that's incredible. I'm very happy to see what she's doing to Borneo and to help out with our local farmers in Borneo.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Richard, for that comment. Yeah. So we could see from the first presentation just now. Oh, Alfred. Yeah. Alfred, would you like to mention something?
Yes. So this is just a quick question to Cheryl, really. Cheryl.
Alfred, if you don't mind to introduce yourself first and where you're from.
Yeah, my name's Alfred Edward. I am currently in the UK, and yeah, kind of sort of like love food, and all the spices that's coming from Borneo definitely is something that we look up over here. So one question for you, Cheryl, really is that fantastic news, fantastic ideas. One of the things that I may probably have came in sort of like pretty late, but she mentioned about sort of like it's difficult to get our product direct from Borneo to the UK because of the high standard or rather requirement here in the UK. However, she mentioned that for Maznas, the route that came into the UK is via Netherlands. So the questions that I wanted to ask is that would if we have sort of like something like a route from Borneo to Netherlands, I mean, a route from Borneo to the UK via the Netherlands, would that compromise the standard that that's already here in the UK? Would that make it sort of like a change the standard a little bit, or does that still need sort of like a higher requirement as per direct a trade direct from Borneo to the UK?
Hi, Alfred. Very good question there. Perhaps I didn't highlight it properly. Mazna, who is the owner of Mazna Paste, is based in Budapest, Hungary, and she has a warehouse in Netherlands, which is why I import from the UK. She takes care more of the European part, but in terms of UK, she has not. Before meeting me, she was not able to meet someone that has the passion or has the work ethics that she liked, or someone that she would like to have as a distributor in the UK. So, which is why it was available items there, and I was available at the same time. So it was I was at a good place at a good time. Yeah, but normally for items coming from Malaysia, it will go to Port Klang and then maybe stop over to maybe Singapore or go direct to UK. Why I say I take her items from Netherlands is because her warehouse is in Netherlands. But normally if items come from Borneo itself, such as our gula melaka, the one from Sarawak, it will have to go to Port Klang, then Port Klang go to UK.
All right. So yeah, thank you, Cheryl. So Cheryl, do you want a platform to exist that will help to open opportunities for Borneo women?
Yes, yes, Eve, definitely. We need women power. Because I am amazed at how
All right,
they
thank
are
you so much.
when it comes to that. Because our Asian ingredients itself is very colorful. We are exotic but very colorful at the same time, because we put our ginger torch, which is pink in color, and also pea is blue, and then you have your pandan, which is green. It is wonderful.
All right. So thank you, Cheryl. Yeah. So to all the audience out there, when you were with us since the beginning, what we're trying to deliver here is how the sequence of idea from the 3 different panels from diverse background. We started from the leadership position up to the creative role, and also now is a women in trade role. So, and all of the discussion today were talking about the need of a platform to exist, especially to help the women in Borneo.